Hello, everyone. We are almost at 11, so we're going to wait a few more minutes. I logged in early because last week we had an issue going live in Zoom. So I'm sorry, in the group. I do have a link for the presentation today, so I'm going to share that. You can download it if you want. Pretty simple, but I do like to have typically something for everyone to look at. If you would like to, whether you're watching live in the group or here on Zoom, please introduce yourself, post in the comments your location. That would be awesome. And your name, so I can say hello. I do see a lot of new faces and some familiar. So we're gonna just wait a few more minutes, couple more minutes, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, hi Kim from Paris, Texas. Welcome. So if you just logged on or if you're watching live in our group, please let me know your name and where you're located. I would love to say hello. So we have North Carolina, two Kims today. Okay, so Kim from Texas, Kim from North Carolina, Sally is from California, Sean is Arkansas. Awesome. Very, very cool. So here is the download. Melissa from North Carolina as well. Here is the download. Oops, I sent that. Here's the download for today's presentation. Feel free to use it. It's just a simple one. Yes, Ed, I know you're from Oklahoma. Awesome. Good to see you. If you are listening live in the group, feel free to chat where you are located, your name. Would love to say hello, but also highly welcome questions. I like participation, involvement. So if you have any questions, whether you're watching live in the group or here in Zoom, please just post them. I will either pause or I will get to them at the end. So I always say, ask me anything. So maybe it has to do with the presentation today, or maybe it was from a past training. I'm just going to quickly share my screen because I know we have a lot of new people. And so if you're brand new, welcome. I'm super excited to have you here. We are live every single Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Time. So that is going to be 12 p.m. Eastern. And it's not a long training, maybe 30 minutes. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. But we've been doing this since last summer. So I do want to show you where you can find all of the past trainings and make sure that you're getting our emails. So sometimes our email goes to spam. So if you're not getting our emails, go to your account today and search in the spam for Blueprint or Heather J. Keller and mark it as not spam, because we do send out a lot of awesome stuff, material, updates, that sort of thing. Hello, Rhonda from Ohio. Awesome. All right, so let me just show you quickly where you can find all of that past training, and then we'll go ahead and get started with today's training. So this is our main group. If you haven't already, please go ahead and turn on the notifications. So in order to do that, I think mine's slightly different, but if you find these three little dots, mine's on the right side here, you can click them. manage notifications, and just all post. The reason why is because every single week, like I said, we have this live stream. So I do post about it usually a day prior. I give out free trainings, just loads and loads of stuff. But if you want to go past through our previous trainings, if you go to the guide section here in our group, you'll be able to click this guide, and every single week we will post the training from the previous week. So this particular training, usually the replay is available a day later. So that would be tomorrow, but it actually doesn't get posted in this guide until next week. So here's a ton of previous live streams. You can go here, watch them, send me a message, post in the group questions. Would love to get those answered for you. But we started this last summer. So if there's any questions on that, please let me know. But that's how you would find all of the previous live streams that we have. Alrighty, so today's training is 5 reasons why you should start marketing to distressed homeowners. So I did create just a quick PowerPoint on this. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. 5 reasons. So I picked these 5 reasons because, well, it's exactly why I do it. So I'll give it just a snippet of how I got started, but I really want to start. So for the people that are listening, there's 8 people on today. If there's anyone listening live in the group, I would really love to learn. And don't think any of these questions are silly or stupid. Ask questions, but I'm really curious as to why you have not gotten into distress sales. I'm just curious, so we can dabble in that a little bit. Plus, I want to go over my 5 reasons. So if anyone wants to share some reasons, I would love to hear some of those, whether you're watching live in the group or here in the chat. Okay. Oh, okay. So Kim said that she is a newbie. Awesome. So Kim, how long have you had your license, and are you trying to figure out what niche is going to be best for you? And if anyone else, please comment. I would love to understand why you haven't gotten into the distress sales, mainly because I love them and I want to share all the reasons why I love distress sales. Okay, so I've tried, but they don't respond. Okay, don't know how to get the information. Had my license for 2 years, but only active 1 year. Been traveling after retirement. Sounds nice. Hopefully, some fun travel times for you. I like traveling too. All right, so that's some good response. If anyone else wants to comment, feel free. Otherwise, we're going to go over a lot. So reason number 1, listings. So how many of you here are dealing with mostly buyers? And do you love buyers? Or would you rather take on listings? So I would love to know your thoughts on, do you love buyers? Do you want more listings? So reason number 1 is listings are the way to go. I love listings. Who doesn't, right? So in the niche of distressed sales, obviously you can take on a lot of listings. You can. There's just a certain way to go about it. And we can go a little bit into that as well. It is a very tough market right now for buyers. Yes, I know. I do think that shift is coming just from my communication with all of my attorneys that have the in with the banks right now. Something does have to give. Okay. America is definitely in debt right now. But listings, like I said, they are the way to go. And so I don't love dealing with buyers. I just don't. They're very time consuming. Like one of the participants said, it's tough right now. It absolutely is. You're spending all this time with buyers. And, buyers is a great way for you to start off. But really, if you want to, do this long-term, listings are the way to go. And so people always say, like, how do you take on so many listings? And I'm like, well, because I'm in the distress niche. You really have to pick a niche, whatever it may be. Maybe it's not distress sales, but just pick a niche and stick with it. I do think a lot of agents will just dabble a little bit, and then, 2 or 3 months down the road, they're like, it's not working for me. And so that's what we're trying to avoid here. I'm going to try to show you why you should be marketing to distress sales. And the reason number one is you can take on more listings. Listings are the way to go. So at one point we had like 70 short sale listings going on versus like the 5 buyers. Do I take on buyers? So I get that question a lot. The answer is yes, I do, but I'm very picky. And so, and we'll talk about this a little bit in another reason, but I do take on buyers, or you really can build a team around your short sale listings. So hand your buyers off to another agent or whatever it may be. I can't be dual agent here. If you can, then be dual agent on the short sale. It is allowed, okay? But listings really are the way to go. Anyone have any short sale listings right now? I'm guessing that's a no. All right, let's move on. And that's okay. So I guess for everyone that is newer to my live streams, I use the word distress sales, but it really it means a few different things. So distress sales for us means yes, it's a short sale. It could be a short sale. It could be an equity sale. So what we mean by equity sale is that they're behind on their mortgage, but because of the way the market is right now, they have that equity, and so they can sell. Another distress reason is really property taxes. So we just closed on one where the property taxes were sold, it was reverse mortgage. And so that was also very complicated. Okay. So I get that question a lot too. All right. Number two, there really is little to no competition in the distress sales. And so I'm encouraging you to really dive in and Google your area to find out, are there short sale experts or short sale specialists in your area? My guess is probably not. Or if they claim to be, do some more research on them, okay? So there's a lot of people here in Chicagoland that say, oh yeah, I'm a short sale expert, and I can log into the MLS and see that they've only closed a handful of deals. That's not an expert in my opinion. And so if you do this the right way up front, you will stand out from everyone else in your area. And so that's kind of what I did. I started short sales in 2007 and I am still doing them to this day. Okay. Even during the pandemic and all the moratoriums and everything, families still need your help. I use this analogy all the time. And so if you've heard it before, just ignore me, but I like to use it because it's so true. So you go out and you buy, so let's just say Kim. Kim goes out and buys her dream car. Let's just say it's a white Cadillac Escalade, okay? So you're buy that car, Kim, and you're driving in that car every single day, okay? Then you start to see other cars just like that. It's because you're in it every day. It's the same thing with the distress sales, okay? Excuse me. I see it every day because that is what I'm dealing with. My attorney relationships, our letters, our community events, just from doing this for so long. And so really there is little to no competition, okay? So there is a right way and a wrong way to stand out. But what I'm telling you is a lot of people are like, oh, there's nothing in my area. If we have some time after, I would be happy to look up the numbers in your area. I can pull up our system here and do it live. There are, okay, there absolutely are. There is a lot of families struggling. They just may have that equity. And so we can still help them with that. But again, you have to do it like the right way. So I'm encouraging you to research your area and be the next distressed sale expert, the go-to expert or specialist in your area. Okay. So hopefully these reasonings will then at the end be like, yes, I believe in what Heather is saying, and I want to dive into my market and be that go-to expert. Because what happens? Maybe you're doing stuff right now, but what happens when that market shifts? We're real estate agents, we're entrepreneurs. What is going to be your next step? Okay. So you can't always just take on buyers and sellers. You have to have another plan in place. You have to continue to grow and jump outside of your comfort zone, right? I'm just going to check the live stream, make sure there's no questions. Okay. All right. So reason number 3, do I have any parents on this chat or maybe grandparents that are very active in their grandchildren's lives? Anyone? So as I'm waiting for a response, I have 2 boys. My oldest just turned 13 this past Sunday, and my youngest is going to be 10 this summer. And I am very involved in the school, and I really, really love the distressed niche because it is a very, very flexible schedule. Anyone else here want a flexible schedule? And when I say flexible, I don't think flexible really goes hand in hand with traditional stuff. Um, so I work 8 to 3 every single day, Monday through Friday. I typically don't take appointments on Fridays. That is my day to get stuff done for me. Weekends, if I take a weekend appointment, it is going to be first thing Saturday. It is no on Sunday. That is church time. And so I have just always done it this way. If someone is in a distress situation, they absolutely will work around your schedule. So you really just have to kind of set those expectations up front. Any moms or dads or grandparents, and are you wanting a more flexible schedule? I feel like as a business owner, an entrepreneur, a real estate agent, we shouldn't have to work 24/7. We're going to get completely burnt out, right? Anyone else burnt out? Just to make sure, can everyone still hear me? I really, really try to make these like interactive and stuff. So I just always trying to learn a little bit more about my members and how I can help you inside of your business. So flexible schedule. So number 1 was listings. Listings are the way to go versus buyers. I'm not saying don't take on any buyers. Number 2, little to no competition in the niche of distressed sales. Okay. Encouraging you to look in your market. And then number 3 is a flexible schedule. That one was really big for me because I still want to be the mom and the wife that I want to be, and I don't want to work 24/7. Reason number 4. So, a 6-figure income. If you're not making 6 figures right now, you should be. And so you can take your business and maybe not necessarily do all distress sales. If you're doing business right now, then just gradually add this in. It can take a little bit of time, but there's no reason why you cannot make 6 figures in just the niche of distress sales. And I know that because that is what I have done since 2007. And so I cannot remember the last time I did not have a 6-figure year. But really, what's really, really important is this is a long-term business. And so because of my distress sales and because I did it the right way and I built those relationships, it has led to long-term business. What do I mean by that? Well, when you're helping someone, they are going to be forever grateful for your help, right? So they're definitely not going to go use anyone else. And so I've helped people. Like I just got a call not too long ago from someone. I did a short sale on her house 10 years ago. They bought from me probably about 5 years ago. Now they're going to turn around and sell and downgrade. And so that is what I mean by long-term business. Okay. So being in the niche of distress sales could lead to other opportunities. And that's what you want inside of real estate, right? So you start with something, you grow, you continue to grow, and then it could lead to something else. And that something else for me was Blueprint. And so I founded Blueprint in 2019 because I really, really ultimately wanted to help these homeowners nationwide. And I couldn't do that unless I first started with you, the real estate agent. So you never know what it could lead to, right? I truly believe everyone meets for a reason, things happen for a reason. So all of you are here right now, and I'm super excited about that. So that's reason number 4, 6 figures plus a long-term business. Okay, reason number 5 is my number 1. I kept it for last because some of you may think, yeah, I don't know. If you're not wanting to help and make a difference, you're probably not going to be in the right niche, okay? So I always wanted to make a difference. I wasn't sure what that was going to be, but inside of my blueprint program, we have helped 2006 families across the nation avoid foreclosure. Our goal is 10,000. We will get to that. But we're really, really making a difference in the lives of these struggling families. And when we are making a difference in their lives, it leads to reason for long-term business. It also is going to make a difference and change your life, because in short sale situations, these lenders typically are paying 3.5%. Okay, so I get this question a lot. How do you get to six figures? Okay. So if you're, let's just say 300,000 is your average sale price. Okay. So you close a short sale at 300,000 and you're making 3.5%. That's 10,500. Okay. If you just close one deal a month, that's 126,000. You really should be continuing to build your pipeline. Consistency is key. And so if you're doing that, then you should be closing more. But there are a handful of banks that don't close at 3.5%, just so everyone knows. Celine Finance is typically 2.5%. But guess what? The ultimate goal is to help the families move on to the next chapter of their lives. It is very, very, very rewarding. It feels great at the end. And then again, like I said, it's going to lead to other business down the road. So those are our 5 reasons. Let me just recap, see if there's any questions on here. All right, so number 1, listings. In the distress niche, you're going to be taking on a ton of listings, okay? The whole idea is to be consistent, to be organized, and to communicate. So one of our past live streams was the 3 pillars of distress sales, and those are the 3 pillars. There are 3 words I use often throughout the live streams, throughout my coaching, all of that, okay? Number 2 is really there's little to no competition. So I'm really encouraging you, please today or this weekend, research your area, find out who could be your competition. Again, there's a lot of people that say, oh, I'm a real estate or I'm a short sale expert or short sale specialist. They're really not. And so there's ways to go around that. Flexible schedule. I love this one because I still want to participate in my kids' theater stuff. And I don't really want to work on the weekends. That's just me personally. Doesn't mean you have to do that. But again, when someone is facing foreclosure, they absolutely will work around your schedule. Number 4, 6-figure income. So most short sales are going to be at 3.5%, 2.5% to the buy side. Okay. A handful of banks do cut it to 2.5%. It is what it is. Remember, the ultimate goal is not about the money. It is about helping these homeowners, but it could lead to so much more business down the road and a 6-figure income for your family. And then number 5, really the best reason why I do distress sales is, and it can get a little hairy at times. But I still have all my hair. I haven't pulled it out yet. I'm really making a difference in the lives of these struggling families, and to really help guide them and hold their hand and help them understand what is going on and what is going to happen, and that bad things happen to good people. It is okay. So those are the reasons. So let me get some questions answered. So now is kind of the time where I pause and I'm just like, ask me anything, okay? I have seen it all when it comes to distress sales. So whether it is a question about these 5 reasons, or if you've been on a past live stream, or you just have a short sale or business question in general, feel free to post the questions. You could also message me privately if you're not wanting everyone to see. But I would love to answer any questions that you have. So we'll take some time for that, and then I'm going to tell you what is happening next week, which is actually pretty big. Okay, let me stop sharing. Kimberly. So Kimberly, I work with pre-foreclosures offering all options from short sales to creative financing. When you explain to homeowners their options and let them know that you're here for them, even if they're trying to stand, they can see that they can trust you. Yes. And not just trying to sell their home. I make sure that they know their options. If all options fail, then you're still yes and sell. They're definitely going to trust you because yes. I am not currently cold calling. It was a part of like my plan this year. There is some cold calling stuff inside of my program, but I don't necessarily believe in cold calling. I know a lot of people have success, but what I have done, and this kind of leads into the other question that's there, what is the best way to market to them? So this kind of leads into what is happening next week. So hold your thoughts on that. But what I'm currently doing is we have a weekly letter that goes out. That weekly letter goes to families that have an auction. Okay. 13 years I've been sending out that same letter every single week. And it has always been my number 2 lead source. Okay. That letter is a very much a call to action. It goes to families that have an auction. Okay. So a lot of people feel like they can't help a family when they have that auction. That is actually false. They still have some options. So I do get a lot of calls from those letters. So that's number 1. We also have a pre-foreclosure series letter that we use. The series letter is more of a drip campaign. Okay. And so I've closed deals on all of this stuff, but the pre-foreclosure series letter is going to go to families every 3 to 5 weeks, depending if you're judicial or non-judicial. That series letter is educating them about what is happening during this process. Um, we want them to feel comfortable with us. We want them to know that we know what's going on and that we can help them. So we have that. We also are very, very big on attorney relationships. And so I wrote this book. Everyone does have access to this too, but that is how I built relationships with all of my attorneys. So relationships with attorneys is huge. We also do some social media stuff and we have email campaigns as well. So yeah, there's tons of different ways. I'm also really big on game planning for the following year and picking something brand new and testing it for the year. So there's lots of different ways you can market. Are we able to connect with banks or lenders that can provide realtors with a list of upcoming foreclosures? So actually we have, no, you're not gonna be able to contact the banks or the lenders, but there are systems. So we have a system inside of ours that we use and you can get. So really what I stress is that you have to separate. It's very, very important to separate auctions and pre-foreclosures, okay? Because we have 2 separate marketing campaigns for both. So the auction family should not be getting a pre-foreclosure series letter, and the pre-foreclosure families should not be getting auction. So there's a couple of paid options, a couple of free options. We don't use RedX. I have a partnership with Property Radar. And so I use them. We have perks inside of that, but there's also some free options too. And so I really love to be able to help you guys with write-offs. And so, but ultimately we provide as many tools as we can, but you have to make the best decision for yourself. But really there's a lot of ways. You may have a very good county records that you can pull that from. Yeah, so really, really great questions. Any other questions? Let me see if there are any in the group. Nope, I see some people watching. So if you're watching and you have questions, feel free to post them. Are there any other questions I can answer? Otherwise, I'm gonna let everyone know what's going on in the coming days. Any other questions? Okay. So, if you've been with me for a while, like I said, I do see some familiar faces. You know that I'm always working on stuff behind the scenes. The reason why I do that is because I love distress sales. I just love them. I love talking about them. I love coming on these live streams. In my other group, I have 5 live streams a week. I love teaching. Okay, I just do. And ultimately, if I'm doing all of this, it's going to help the homeowners nationwide. And so I've been working on something since last summer. It's taken me some time because obviously there's a lot going on. And so we have a big event next Thursday. So it's not a separate one. We're gonna do it on our live stream. So it's gonna happen at 11 a.m. 12 p.m. Central. I'm sorry, 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. You do have to register for this one because it's not going to be live inside of the group. And so the live stream is ideas to avoid foreclosure and unlock your county. So what that means exactly, you'll have to join me to find out. But a lot of it kind of goes hand in hand with some of the questions that were asked today. So again, next Thursday, it is leap day, leap year, whatever, February 29th, 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. It'll probably be a little bit longer, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how many questions there are. But during that time, I am going to explain to you what I've been working on since last summer, and that is ideas to avoid foreclosure plus unlock your county. So I'm going to post the Calendly link here. Go ahead and schedule. I know it's so exciting. I can't say anything else, but it's keeping me up at night because I'm very, very excited about this big event next week. So very, very exciting. So there's the link. Please go ahead and schedule. Like I said, I have to limit the availability because of Zoom. And we are not going to be live in the group. It will be recorded. So just so everyone knows, every single week it is recorded. We will be releasing it, but if you attend live, you will be the first to know, and you'll be the first to continue on. Let's just say that. So kind of very exciting. So any questions on next week or what we went over today or anything, maybe our group? Again, here's the link. It is our special live stream that's happening next week. And from that live stream next week, there's also going to be another special one March 7th. That one will be live inside of our group, but it's like the second part of the special live stream. And so I will announce that soon, but be on the lookout. I haven't been posting a little bit about the special live stream that's next week, but you'll have to sign up and register for that. Any other questions? You're welcome, Kim. Both Kim, Kimberly and Kim. All right, so I'm also going to post my email just in case questions come up. You can send me an email. My team virtually does keep pretty good tabs on that, or you can send me a message on Facebook as well. I check that quite often. But if there's not any other questions, I'll hang around for a couple minutes. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. Again, we're here every single week, but I'm really hoping to see all of you on the special live stream next week. You're very welcome, Sean. I hope everyone has a blessed weekend.
Thank you. I have one question. Is the letter you were talking about, or letters, are they on your Facebook page, or is that part of your paid group service? Or?
So the pre-foreclosure series letter and the auction letter and the equity letter are not available in this group. Just because people always say, can you just give a marketing package? And I don't want just to do a marketing package, because I believe the knowledge and the experiences I went through is really going to help. And so if you're attending live next week, you'll actually be able to hear from some of the other members on top of learning what ideas of to avoid foreclosure and unlock your county. So Michael, I'm encouraging you to attend next week. I do have our generic pre-foreclosure letter. I've used it in the past. It's not as great as what we're currently using. So if you email me, I'd be happy to give you a copy of that, but it's not the holy crap market pieces.
No, I get it. I appreciate that. I mean, I figured as much, but I thought I would ask. You never know.
Yeah. So if you send me an email, I'm going to put my email in again.
Is that the info at Blueprints Sales?
Yeah.
Yeah.
info@blueprintshortsales.com.
Right.
I can send you a link to the actual pre-foreclosure one. Happy to give that out. Kimberly says she's registered. Thank you. I think I saw a couple come through. Oh yeah.
I registered as well. Yeah.
Let me see. Oh Michael, I don't see you on here. I'm sure it'll come through.
I registered last week, or whenever, a week ago I registered. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Oh yeah, you were on last week.
I was
So
at
you're
the last session, so yeah, I registered it, yeah, during that time.
Yeah, so last week was super frustrating because I couldn't go live in the group. So I did announce it to the couple of people that were on last week. But yeah, like I said, if you're brand new in the group, just start searching for things in the group. I mean, I've taught a lot over the last several months. There's a lot of really awesome stuff coming. If you know other agents nationwide who may be just wanting some free training, feel free to send the link to the group to them. Okay. Again, if you would like that free pre-foreclosure letter, I'm happy to give it out. Just send me an email. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys 1 week from today. Talk to you soon.
All right, thanks very much.
You're welcome.